You! Get your hand out of your pants.
Please put your tray table up. Put the crack pipe down.
You're the least without sin person I know.
Errol, we are on the air right now.
Oh, I was digging for gold.
Wow! That's what's eating Gilbert Grape, my friends.
Well, listen, call me casual, but I love to take my time.
I don't know where your head ends and this weird turtleneck sweater begins.
Speaking of which, whatever happened to that porn star you were dating?
Oh my god, it's huge.
And now,
It's West.
by Midwest,
Today is Monday, November 25th, 2013. This is episode 42 of West by Midwest. My name is Chuck Ganchorre. I'm broadcasting live from Los Angeles, California.
my name is Aral Gribble. I'm broadcasting live from Lansing, Michigan. And we have our producer, Rob Hubbard, broadcasting live from
Chelsea, Michigan.
Chelsea, Michigan. How we
Chelsea,
doing, fellas?
Michigan. You know, Rob, I'm glad to see that you're back close to home, but I feel like we're less diverse without, like, I feel like you need to move out of state just for this show.
I know, we had a nice full Midwest representation
Right.
when you were in Milwaukee.
Maybe you could get, like, an East Coast thing. I don't know. Anyway.
We'll look into
Folks, we are on Google+Hangouts, recording live as we speak. And if you like our Facebook page for the link, we will post it every Monday with some stupid joke or whatever. This week about stuffing your turkey.
That's right.
So, if you are friends with us on Facebook, you can click the link and you can hang out and post questions and comments and tell us how awesome we are, tell us how bad we're doing, you know, whatever you want.
Anything. And if you miss the actual recording on Mondays, you can always find the current episode as well as our past episodes on iTunes. Just search West X Midwest on iTunes.
And download and listen to it at your leisure.
That's right. This podcast is brought to you by Ed Grabo. He sees when you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake. Ed Grabo.
Ed Grabo.
He's so creepy.
He is creepy, but if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have a podcast. So God
Thank
love
you
him.
so much, Ed.
Folks, stick around for this week's guest. In case you haven't figured it out by now, we actually have the real live, in-person Santa Claus. Joining
Santa
us,
Claus.
Sandy Claus, for the second half of the show. That portly pagan bowl full of jelly, St. Nicholas, Father Christmas, Kris Kringle, Santa Claus.
The one and only, the real Santa Claus.
So
Took a
that-
minute out of the workshop
That's
to
right.
join us.
We got them right at the start of the holiday season for your Thanksgiving. As people are putting up the trees, we didn't want to do it too early, but we also, we know it's hard to book them later. So we got Santa Claus on the show. So folks, start throwing in the questions now. You can virtually sit on Santa Claus's lap.
Tell him what you want.
Tell him what you want for Christmas, and he will tell you can't get it because you're greedy. So how was everybody's week?
Good. I have another house guest, but that doesn't matter. Errol, what's going on with you? I
No, we
heard something
don't.
about.
Steve Sarmiento from Houston is hanging out.
What's up? My great friend Steve, one of my oldest friends, is here in LA
God
for the
love
first time
him.
visiting, and it's.
And
we're just-
he's not even listening right now. He's playing.
he's playing Super Mario 3D World like a couple of grown ass men over here. We got Nintendo games. going.
Yes, man.
But
Anyway,
what about you? You're getting auctioned off for a charity event? What's this? What is this? I just heard about this.
I have just literally passed into the world of prostitution.
What?
Williamston Theater they're trying something new. I'm already a part of the fundraiser. They're doing a fundraiser in December where we're going to do a stage reading of Charlie Brown's Christmas.
Oh, fun.
And I am going to play Charlie Brown in the reading.
What?
So I
You're
was
not
like-
Pigpen?
I thought I would be Pigpen. I thought
Little
maybe
black-
Linus, but no. I got
Flies around you, a little black cloud over your head.
maybe the little redheaded girl, whatever. But no, I am Charlie Brown. So I think it's the
Excellent.
dome shape of my body that really. Anyway, I'm round is what the joke is. So yeah, I thought that would be it. But the marketing director, managing director, whatever she is, I don't know. She called me and said, feel free to say no, but are you interested in being auctioned off. So they
For
would an evening with Aral Gribble.
For a date with Aral Gribble,
Yeah.
you can place your bids and take
You
Aral
can
Gribble out
waste
for
a
an
bunch of money for an evening with Aral.
For a charity. What are you guys raising money for? You're raising money for the theater, or what is
for
this
the
for?
Williamson Theater? Yeah, so it's
Great.
for the theater.
That's awesome.
So they can pay actors and they can stay alive, and
Absolutely.
I can keep working, and it'd be great. Yeah, but I feel weird about it because one, I don't know if they're going to do like a dinner package. So not only do you have to pay for me, you also have to like pay to entertain, like to feed me, and I'm a hungry fella. So it's not like a cheap meal, but I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen, man.
I mean, I think that anyone that wins your bid or has the winning bid will have a nice, entertaining evening with one Mr. Aral Gribble.
You don't think anybody's gonna be like all indecent proposal about it, like him, the wife, the missus, and the husband bring me back to their nice Lansing home.
Swingers.
Yeah, and they're like, just so you know, we got a whole box of toys.
Just
Merry Christmas.
Place your keys in this bowl. It's getting eyes wide shut up in here.
Oh man. And I have to do it. Like that's what I because I like my moral code is minimum at best. And so now like someone saying, "Well, we've paid money for you."
We paid for you.
Like we've paid for you. I would be willing to do anything, I think.
Really?
I've said that out loud. Oh God. I mean, I wouldn't, but I would feel obligated to. I'd be like, I'm not comfortable taking my pants off and showing you what I got, but you paid for me. I should probably do it if that's what you want.
I guess I have to. Here you go.
So,
this is what you paid
folks, it's in December. As it's coming up, I'll give you all more information about it. But come on out
and raise some money for the Williamson Theater and take Mr. Aral Gribble out on a date.
2 bits. 2 bits.
2 bits. What do you guys? What do you got, Rob? What are you doing for Thanksgiving? You've got Wesley. You've got Katie. What's going on? You guys going over to Katie's family? You're going to your family? What's happening?
That's right. We're going over to Katie's family. We're going over to my family.
Now, does Katie, as the baby's coming, is she getting excited for the Thanksgiving feast? Because, it's like the insatiable appetite might be satiated. Like a thing.
I don't think that the Thanksgiving feast has really even crossed her mind. She's just so uncomfortable right now. She doesn't want to think about that kind of thing.
Oh, God. What are you doing to try to make her feel more comfortable? I mean, the traveling and stuff, it's got to be rough, man.
Well, we're not doing a whole lot of traveling. Not as much as we were, last year at this time.
Oh, that's true. Now that you're all local.
Yeah.
Well, what about you, Chuck? Crazy plans for Thanksgiving? You're going to be out in L.A. You're going to be away from
I'm in L.A. My cousins who live in Temecula, they usually host Thanksgiving.
Oh.
However, they decided to participate in Black Friday deals and have canceled dinner on me and my cousin, my other cousin in San Marino. Yeah, so they're just going to the casino, having a buffet real quick on Thanksgiving on Thursday, and then they're going straight to Target or whatever and getting in line. I don't know where they're going, but they're not hosting Thanksgiving. So
your family
I don't know what I'm
is
doing.
Choosing Black Friday over Thanksgiving.
That's correct, and it's not even Black Friday anymore. It's Thanksgiving night. Well, I don't know what store they're going to, but it's one of the stores that open on Thanksgiving.
Rob Hubbard Robbie, you were pretty pissed about that, yeah?
He's not happy.
I do not like this sales Black Friday thing creeping into our only national holiday that all the family can get together and be a family.
What about Christmas?
That's not a national holiday. Not everybody's Christian. Thanksgiving, everybody can celebrate. Jews, Christians, Muslims, atheists, everybody.
Well, I don't know if the Native Americans enjoy it as much as perhaps the rest of us do.
They don't celebrate that.
They're worried about football
worried
team
about
names and shit like that. They're not worried about Thanksgiving.
What about? I mean, Black Friday and Thanksgiving and all that stuff. Don't you feel that contributes to the economy and our consumerism here in America? Right?
Yes.
Making some monies.
Yes, certainly.
man,
and
come
it
on.
was a nice tradition for families to go shopping the next day and take advantage of all kinds of deals the next day. But now,
Capitalism is dead, okay? The dollar is gonna die. This country is
consumerism
going
has taken
under.
over.
Yeah, dude, you're killing the planet with your consumerism, my friend.
So I am
There's
upset.
people out in small Asian countries digging through dead cell phones and all the toxins that go along with it just to scrape the gold off to sell it on the black market, just so you could get your new iPhone 7. Hey, you gonna spend your time with your sister Teresa, who's hanging out with us tonight?
That's
Sup,
right.
Teresa, busy?
What's up, Teresa? I just texted her. I was like, look at that. She's listening in. What's up, Teresa? Thank you.
I don't think she's listening since like our 3rd episode.
Welcome back to the show.
That's great that she was able to do that. I was getting the impression from some of our listeners that the Q&A function is malfunctioning.
Well,
But
maybe she's
at
the
least
only one.
it's working for some folks, so that's good.
Errol,
Awesome.
what do you like to eat on Thanksgiving? What's your favorite dish at
Well,
Thanksgiving?
here's the funny thing. Lynn is not a fan of a lot of Thanksgiving staples.
No,
Turkey,
really.
Mashed potato stuffing. Yeah, she kind of hates it, which I
Cranberry
fucking
sauce?
love. Ooh, okay, cranberry sauce. Real cranberry sauce or like the gel from the can?
The can, dude. Gel from the can.
Dude, that is. I actually bought a can of that. It's sitting in my fridge. And I was like, what am I going to eat this just by itself? Like, I need the turkey to go along with it. But
What does she like? She likes pumpkin pie, or what do you...
Nope, doesn't like pumpkin pie. We're actually bringing an apple and peach tart from our friends Isaac Ellis, Slap Happy Cookery in Ann Arbor. Are going to whip us up a tart. So
Oh, that's nice. You're gonna bring
that's
that
what we're
to-
bringing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
I
your-
actually get 2 Thanksgivings because we're having one with my mom on Saturday, but the one with her family in Ohio on actually Thanksgiving. So.
Yeah. Cool.
But I like. Here's what I don't like: the like fucking sweet potato with the marshmallows on top.
I know, that's kind of weird.
What is that?
What's with the marshmallows?
Although, and I thought it for years. I thought I hated sweet potatoes until I had like sweet potato fries, and I was like, oh, I can get down with this.
Sweet potatoes is a superfood, my friend, but if you put marshmallows on it,
Superfood.
it's categorized with quinoa and kale and all that flax and
Oh,
chia
it's true.
seeds, dude. That's
Oh,
what I'm
hey.
saying.
Before we get too crazy, Black Friday, folks are actually starting to line up tonight.
Oh yeah,
Monday
there are
night.
people lined up.
That's stupid. Like at Best Buy, people are lining up tonight, which is weird because I'm like, Best Buy is open Tuesday. Like,
Yeah, but you can't get that 70-inch LCD for $400, my friend. You have to wait till it opens at 8 p.m. on Thursday
Right.
or whatever it is.
oh
So
my God.
these people are smart. Getting that
Anyway, Rob
deal.
Hubbard, favorite Thanksgiving food?
You know what? I think, to tell you the truth, it's the day after or the couple of days after using the leftover turkey for
Leftover turkey
sandwiches.
sandwiches.
Yeah.
Likes that leftover turkey.
What about
It's all dried out.
what about the deviled eggs?
Oh, that's
Deviled
true.
eggs.
I love that. I didn't even think of the pre-dinner stuff.
Yeah,
deviled
man.
eggs. As long as they're made with mayonnaise, though. Some people make them with Miracle Whip, and
Those sons of bitches.
those sons of bitches. Mayonnaise is where it's at.
These
Yeah,
amateurs.
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 You guys and your Midwest mayo, you fatties.
Yeah, what do you eat? What do you eat out in California? Like, what's a California Thanksgiving? It's like low-fat turkey,
deviled-
tofurkey with fucking
Vegan
kale
Tofurky.
stuffing, vegan tofurkey with some kale and quinoa stuffing.
And with a gluten-free flax.
Avocado glaze.
Deviled avocados.
That sounds awesome. You ever have avocado with an egg inside of it, baked?
No.
That shit will rock your fucking world.
Oh, wow.
Heard of those? Yeah.
Game changer.
Game changer.
Game changer.
Anyway, no, Chuck, seriously, what do you do? Like,
I mean, my Thanksgivings are usually traditional, but as a Filipino, our family would always add the Filipino dishes. So we'd have the lumpia and the fried rice and all this other stuff. So it's kind of just
wait, what's
another.
lumpia?
Oh, the egg rolls and whatnot. The pancit, the,
yeah, here's what I
glass
love about
noodles.
going to Chuck's family's house for holidays and stuff. I don't know what the hell I'm eating ever, but it all tastes amazing. Like there's little bread things with meat inside. There's and everything is like a surprise within a surprise. Like
Right.
every dish is hiding something. So
Just like
tell us,
Filipinos. They're always
just like
hiding,
they're always fucking hiding.
they're hiding something from you. All right. They're shifty.
Usually all the shit that they lost in the hurricane.
Oh, easy.
Oh, too soon.
How do you like to cook your Thanksgiving turkey, Aral? Do you deep fry it, or what do
I've
you?
always wanted to deep fry it, but I don't want to blow anything up. We usually just, roast it in the oven.
Yeah, roast it in the oven.
Why? What do you do?
I've never actually cooked a Thanksgiving meal.
Turkey, right?
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know how to cook, but it's always roasting in the oven.
Well, Chef David Burke, yeah?
No.
Whatever. He's a chef. He's relatively famous. He was on Iron Chef America. Bobby Flay kicked his ass. He has a bunch of restaurants. He does a lot of crazy things. He has a recipe for how to cook your Thanksgiving turkey in the dishwasher.
In the dishwasher?
That's right. You're doing your dishes. Why not flunking eat some turkey?
So, isn't there like dishwashing liquid residue that's still in your?
That's what I'm worried about, right?
Am I gonna get jet dry all up in my turkey? It's gonna it's gonna be like no spots on my turkey.
Yeah, no spots. It's gonna taste like fucking soap, but it'll be clean as a whistle. No.
How do you do that?
So apparently, you take all the herbs and stuff, right? This parsley, sage, rosemary, thyme. Isn't that a song?
Lord's Day.
Garlics and stuff, and you take all that, you mince it, you combine it with some olive oil, you rub it into the turkey breast, you cover it tightly with plastic wrap, and then you place it in an open Tupperware container just so you can hold everything in one place, and you sit it on the top shelf. Here's the thing, though. So it's not really a turkey. Right?
It's not a turkey. It's just a couple of breasts.
2 boneless turkey breasts, but still like 14 pounds of meat. So, so you put it in the Tupperware container, sit it on the top shelf, open. No, but you have to wrap it in plastic wrap so you don't get the fucking jet-dry turkey. And you run the dishwasher for 3 full cycles for a total time of about 3 hours and 25 minutes. You let it sit for 25 minutes, and then you place it under the broiler to crisp the skin for the finish.
Oh my God, for real?
Yeah. That's what he says. Look, the times are different because obviously everyone's dishwashers, just like everyone's ovens, are a little different.
Right.
But folks, if you try this, please let us know. I don't want to do it because I want a whole turkey. I don't want to skimp on my turkey, but also, I don't want to waste that much water.
Right, that's so weird. I feel like part of Thanksgiving, the meal is carving your turkey and doing that whole thing, and that's fun. But I was
now
wondering,
there's a new tradition of hey,
throwing it in the.
It's like ding, dishwasher's done.
Hey kids, load the dishwasher with some pots and then throw that turkey on the top rack. What the hell is going on?
That's awesome.
Well, not gonna do that. Came across some interesting information about the upcoming holidays. No one jerks off on Christmas Day or Thanksgiving, Aral. Did you know this?
Where did you find this? That is patently untrue.
Nothing deters watching porn more than the birth of Christ or the death of a terrorist. According to Pornhub's page view analysis, people watch far less porn on major holidays, Christmas and Thanksgiving especially, and on days in which major news events took place. Jerking off, for example, was way down the day Osama bin Laden was killed, for example.
Oh, sure, I can, yeah. That I don't think warrants a celebratory jerk off.
Maybe Obama did. He was like, check it out, dude, I did it!
Yeah, I guess. But hopefully it would involve his wife and it would be a little more than just a FAP session.
That's right. A couple statistics here. On Christmas Eve, worldwide porn watching was down in every country for an average decline of 22%, except for in Japan, where the numbers held steady. I mean, I guess they don't.
The Japanese love to jerk off.
On Christmas Eve, yeah. And Christmas Day, porn viewing was also down 22% on average. Again, except for Japan, where porn viewing actually increased by 8%. So I guess the thought of, gift giving is, it doesn't matter. It's
the
like
Japanese find Santa Claus attractive.
Pardon me, I'm going to go into the other room, kids. And
and also maybe it has to do with the fact that in Japan, like anime and that kind and like hentai and porn and stuff is sort of a little more socially acceptable.
Hentai.
And, Rob Hubbard's all about fucking hentai. That's his thing, man. And Rob loves Japanese animation porn.
Anime porn, yeah. What's hentai?
Hentai is the name of anime porn.
Oh.
Oh, I thought you were like a big fan. Anyway, so with the fact that it's like more socially acceptable, maybe that's what they get as a gift more often.
Yeah, they're like,
and that's their way of literally, I'm going to go play with my gift.
On Easter,
hold on. The reason why it's down so much on Christmas Day is because you are spending that time with family.
You're with your family.
All right.
Christmas Eve, you're going to Mass late on Christmas Eve. You're not. You can't like duck into the bathroom at Grandma's house, rub one out real quick. You can't. Even if Grandpa has a couple of porn Playboy stashed,
no amount of mistletoe is going to cover that.
But it's not only Christmas, Aral. Other holidays like Easter. Porn goes down as well. Porn was down 16% in the U.S. and even more so on Thanksgiving Day, where porn saw a 29% drop in the U.S. So
Christ may have risen, but people's penises have not.
No, yeah, it's Thanksgiving. You've eaten all that turkey. That tryptophan's got you all tired. You're not gonna be able to get it up, roll over to your room, and spank the monkey.
We are just like all our audience just thinks that we're like two lonely men sitting across the country from each other in dark rooms, pants around our ankles, just doing what we do.
But check this out, Aral. The day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Americans apparently split their time between hellish visits to the mall and catching up on their porn. So it goes back up.
Then. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's
like,
I would have to. Yeah.
I'm like tired. Families are kind of out. They're out shopping.
If you're like the guy from last week, you do both. You jerk off in the Walmart bathroom. Right? There's a guy who jerked off in a Walmart bathroom.
He doesn't even wait till he gets home. Or he'll just roll up on Black Friday to your Walmart.
Maybe the ladies' room. That's where he was last time. So watch yourselves.
July 4th, the 4th of July, Americans were definitely too busy celebrating America to watch porn, so that the jerking off was definitely very low on the 4th of July.
That's good. You really don't want to mix like fireworks and masturbation. Those two things just should not go well together.
Exactly. Enough people lose their hands with fireworks on the 4th of July.
They don't need to lose their eyesight as well.
This guy, masturbation jokes.
Bam, bam, bam.
But the biggest holiday related but the biggest holiday related porn drop off occurred on New Year's Eve when average porn viewing was down across the globe by an average of 28%, which surprised me, Aral, because I feel like a lot of people don't know, a lot of people are like, New Year's Eve is such a stressful time for a lot of people because it's like, I don't have a date, I have nobody to kiss, like, I don't have any plans on New Year's Eve, and that's the biggest day where jerking off is like the least.
Here's why, right? It's New Year's Eve. It's New Year's Eve, not New Year's Day, right? Because I feel like New Year's Day goes way back up, yeah? But New Year's Eve is like you either do have someone and you're right?
Right.
Or you don't and you're trying desperately to hook up with somebody, so you're like probably drinking more than you would normally do, partying it up, trying to be more sociable and get out there and so by the time you're home, you just pass out. You're
right. You got that whiskey dick going.
You got that whiskey dick.
You're just gonna pass out.
Well, I love how I can trust if I mention masturbation and alcohol, at some point you're gonna say whiskey dick.
You're the one who coined that phrase.
I did not coin that phrase.
You coined whiskey dick.
Just because I suffered from it for quite some time in my life does not mean I coined it. Oh,
All right,
man.
so
So,
let's
folks,
bring-
be fun and friendly this year. Get your fapping out of the way. We're going to get
Yeah.
ours out of the way, and we're going to try to clean this up. Bring on a beloved holiday celebrity, Chuck Ganchorre.
we have Santa Claus on the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the real Santa Claus.
Hello, kids.
How
Santa,
are we doing?
hi.
How are you doing?
Oh, it warms my cockles just to have you here, Santa.
What?
Well, it's my pleasure.
So,
And just so that you know, it's a little colder up where I am right now than where
yeah, where are
essentially
you joining
the
us
two
from,
of you
Santa?
are.
It's cold here in Michigan.
Not as
You
cold
don't
as
know
not as-
cold.
Right, this guy's in the North Pole, Aral.
Santa's stepping it up. Where? So you're joining us from the North Pole?
Where else would I be?
Oh, I don't know. You're a busy man. You go to lots of places. I know that you're hitting
mall.
up the parades this weekend. That's got to be a busy time for you. How did you get so roped up into the whole parade thing?
That's a good question. I'd have to go back to Bernard. Bernard is my head elf.
Yeah.
He's keeper of the records and all that kind of stuff. And how he made
That's-
some agreement, I just don't know.
Oh,
Well,
okay. Well, do you like doing it? Do you like the waving? I mean, because it's cold. I mean, you're used to cold, but it's is it fun? I know parades can
Dress
get kind
warmly, and of course it's fun when you see all the kids and they're. How would you like to have that kind of adulation?
Yeah, all those smiling faces from kids of all
Absolutely.
ages.
No, it's true.
And
The only
and
reason
you're
we do
driving by,
podcasts is
you're
to get
waving
a little
at them.
people like us.
Oh, little Aral, how are you? Chucky. Yes.
Man, folks, if you don't hang out with us on Google+, you are missing it. That was the Santa Claus wave. Oh man, I have to say though, Santa, and I hope I don't offend anybody here, but Robbie Hubbard, you bear a striking resemblance
You guys have a
to
similar.
Santa Claus.
You have a similar gait and
Yeah.
jawline.
There's a structure to your face which is Santa. Was there an
have
indiscretion that happened before Robert was born? Although Rob was you were the firstborn, so Santa would not have been coming to your house. Did you see Mommy kissing Santa Claus? That's what I'm asking here.
Here's the thing. Rob's birthday is next week, December 4th, very close to Christmas.
Very close to Christmas.
Santa Claus and Christmas and trains.
And how far back do you have to go, sir?
I don't know. All I know is I got a train in the background. Is that part of the workshop that's rocking in the background, Santa?
Oh, absolutely. Now, take that back. What is it? Months, little Aral?
Say what?
Never mind. Obviously, I'm talking over your head.
So that was the Polar Express that we heard. Santa, what do you?
Now,
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let's
check the color of that young boy over there that you're talking about. I think his is blue, and mine are brown.
Not related. Okay.
Not related.
I
Okay.
don't want to offend anybody. I'm just,
Just throwing it out there.
I noticed some similarities. I thought, Rob, I don't know if you want to have a conversation with your mom this Christmas. You might be related to Santa. So,
Moving down
Santa,
the
we
chimney.
have some questions from our listeners. A friend of ours, Maggie Myers from the United States of Margaret, who we had on the show a little while ago. I was talking to her earlier today, and she really wanted to know, are you single?
Oh, am I single? I dare say not.
That's what I thought. You got the whole Mrs. Claus thing going
Oh,
on.
absolutely.
How long have you and...
Somebody's got to take care of me.
Right. Who's gonna feed him?
You take care of the rest of the world, Santa.
Well, thank you.
So how long have you and Mrs. Claus been together?
Oh, I caught a little bit of the show where I came on. That was tough to say, wasn't it, there, Errol? Well, considering that I am about 3,000 years old, and Mrs. Claus and I have been together, I think it's been for like 2,500 years.
Wow.
So for 500 years, it was just single Santa
Doing all the work
Rolling
on
the
Christmas nights. Wow. How'd you two meet?
Well, very interesting story. Mrs. Claus was a special individual that had the same mindset as I did and started doing some of the things that I was doing in gifts. And one night we ran into each other. They both trying to deliver, and, well, the rest is history.
Oh, that is beautiful.
And Santa delivered.
Santa definitely delivered.
Rob was waiting for that. Awesome.
What about, let me ask you this. You're up in the North Pole. How's, are the ice caps, how are the ice caps doing there? They're
Yeah,
melting?
global warming, Santa.
Global
Is
warming,
that
how's
really
that
a
affected?
problem?
How's that affected your workshop, your house?
Our producer, Robbie Hubbard, is convinced it's all a big conspiracy. So, but really, how's global warming up in the North Pole?
Your home's holding up?
Well, it certainly is. And I think we'll be fine for the near future. We just have to keep an eye on what's happening, and we may have to relocate. Who knows?
What do you have a green operation up there, Santa? Are you sort of self-sustaining?
Fair wages.
Right. Is there a lot of fair wages? We'll get to that in a second. The treatment of the elves. I just want to make sure your energy consumption you're not burning up a bunch of fossil fuels.
Right. You're harnessing the power of natural resources like the sun.
You are very close.
Wind.
Wind.
Well, let me put it this way to the two of you. Many of the advances in technology that are being used throughout the world, and even your capabilities of doing your show right now, they were first discovered and used at the pole.
See, that's what I assume, that everything up there is magic anyway. It's all just magic.
It's not just all magic, but to be able to do what we have to do, we have to have very efficient technological advances that I have the smartest people working there.
Nice.
And developing, and eventually trickles down to NASA, to the airplane companies and such.
Boeing.
And you put, you get Microsoft and Apple company. Those ideas trickle down from the pole.
You're giving
that's the only trickle-down economics that really works. Is from Santa Claus to the rest of us, folks.
That's right. They're good. Santa's giving these CEOs and everything the gift of knowledge, and they're bringing those technologies.
Santa Claus,
to us.
you better start bringing those technologies to some people with less money. Maybe even out the economy on the planet a little.
I didn't say that I gave them out.
Oh. You got some turncoat elves on his.
You got some leaks up in there.
So speaking of the elves, where do they come from?
Did you want to be one?
No way! It sounds awful. I love Chuck. First of all, my size. Yeah, Chuck is far more elvish than I am.
That's
I'm a baby Santa Claus in the making, I think. I'll definitely have to clean up the whole naughty or nice thing to get into Santa Claus world. But yeah, like the elves, where'd you get all those tiny little people who do all your work for you?
Right.
Where do all the dwarfs come from?
Little people, please.
please, little people. Is the correct nomenclature.
Proper
And The
nomenclature.
my elves are how much different than the little people?
No, but they're not like a different race. They're just so you're basically saying like people with dwarfism or midgets end up in the North Pole.
Aral, please.
Of course, not all of them.
Oh, so do you employ? Is it like could you employ normal-sized people? I mean, are you an equal opportunity employer?
Or are they elves from like the Lord of the Rings? They're kind of
No, he's saying it's like Willow Ufgood, the guy who played Warwick Davis. If when he's sick and tired of being an actor, he could go up and get a job at the North Pole.
Quite possibly.
Peter Dinklage could just roll up to the North Pole and start working for Santa Claus.
But are you an equal opportunity employer? Can anybody become an elf?
Can anybody become an elf? Can anybody become like Will Chamberlain?
Santa likes to answer questions with questions.
He sure does. You got me there, Santa. You got me there. Hey, speaking of Santa, speaking of your name,
Wilt
inherent.
Wilt the Stilt.
But so there's definitely like to do the work the elves do, they have to be short.
It helps.
All right.
Yeah,
you go
the
putting
workshop.
all those little things together.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's true.
You have to have tiny hands to put those Tamagotchis back together, my friend.
Absolutely. Elves, children, and Asian people. Good at building stuff.
Be careful there, Earl.
Sorry, Santa. I apologize. Speaking of which, right? Clearly, I'm far more naughty than nice. I really hope I don't get some coal in my stocking this year. But I'm curious, how does that whole thing work? Like the whole naughty nice scale. Those words seem kind of vague, right? The idea of what's naughty and what is nice, right? Is there like a continuum? Is there like, would this podcast be 100% naughty? I mean, I'd like to think that we're bringing joy to people's lives.
That is a very interesting question. And frankly, I think it's gotten blown out of whack.
Oh. So we
is that
so we could be
masturbation joke from
No.
There is
No, so
certainly there's opportunity. There's certainly the idea is for people to be treating each other nicely. Let's go back a few steps. And what is this holiday based on?
Love and gift giving and happiness.
Baby Jesus.
So, in that sense, well, if people are trying to be good, trying to be nice, that's as important as being nice.
Wow, Aaron, we don't try hard enough.
I try. Hey, speaking of baby Jesus,
Many times Mrs. Claus says I try. In fact, she says I'm very trying at times.
Well, Santa's
I'm not sure how she means it, but
Santa's human.
Santa is human. Santa, can I call you Santa, or do you prefer Mr. Kringle?
Saint Nicholas.
Saint Nicholas. What's your sort of preferred name?
What do you prefer to use?
Jolly old elf.
I'm good with that.
All right. No, do you ever get mad that baby Jesus is stealing some of your thunder? You said you're 3,000 years old, right? So that's like 1,000 years older than baby Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
So like when he came along, where you're like, oh, this is my holiday. What are you doing up on the cross? Well, I guess that's later. Well, what are you doing in the manger?
What are you doing up there, Jesus?
I don't know.
I did say 3,000, didn't I? And it's more like 1,300.
Ah. We're on the Jewish calendar.
Well,
no, the Jewish calendar is like 4,000.
It was the switch from Gregorian to.
So when
present day.
I go back to the Bishop of Mira.
Oh, there you go. That's true.
Now, to answer you the question, though, without baby Jesus, would there be any need for me?
That's deep.
Question.
I mean, baby Jesus doesn't bring me presents. You totally do. So yes.
There be no me.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
no, interestingly enough, let me tell you, you mentioned the baby Jesus and so forth, and I had the opportunity to fill in for one of my helpers working at a mall, and this is a mall that's in an affluent neighborhood.
Arborland?
And, also having a big Jewish population.
Mm-hmm.
And in the afternoon, after school is out, the middle school kids would come to the mall and be running around. They'd run up. Oh, can we see Santa? Well, absolutely, you can come in. Now I had heard that from my associate who I was sitting in for had been challenged, shall I say, by some of the kids. They'd sit down and one of them said, "Well, ask me what I want for Christmas." And he said, "Well, what do you want for Christmas?" And the one boy said, "I'm Jewish." Okay. So knowing that, when these kids came in, they'd sit down and I said, "Well, tell me, do you all celebrate Christmas?" No. They might say one's Jewish and the other's Christian. And I said, "Oh, okay, so what's the main difference between Christianity and Judaism?" Ooh, they weren't expecting a little theology here.
No, they weren't, were they?
All they want is their presents.
Oh, the fact that, the Christians, one of the big things are the Ten Commandments, right?
Right.
Where do you find that in the Bible?
In
the Torah.
Well, you find them in both.
Yes, because the Torah is the first part of the Bible.
Exactly, and that was my point to them. And actually,
only Santa is so wise.
And only one child was able to tell me the main difference was Jesus.
There you go. But I have a brother-in-law who loves you, who is the biggest Christmas freak ever, but he's a straight-up atheist. Do you think, clearly there is room in your heart for people of all faiths.
Is that a question or a statement?
I guess it was a statement.
Santa don't discriminate.
Santa
he loves
don't
everybody.
Discriminate. Hey, Santa, though, so I'd love to move into the portion where we sort of ask Santa what we want for Christmas. Yeah, Chuck?
Sure.
But along those lines, right, I'm sure lots of people ask for peace on earth at least once a year. Why is that never a gift that's given?
That's not something I can give.
Oh, deep, Santa.
Santa can provide the inspiration to all of us to try to be peaceful to each other, but
it's up to us to make that choice.
Right.
Wow.
Well, you were talking about baby Jesus earlier. Even he couldn't do it on his own.
Right.
Okay, so Tom Weary's a fan of ours, listening to the show. He said, Santa, can you bring me the Xbox One or the PS4 for Christmas, please?
Well, I looked at Elf Iggy. Elf Iggy handles all the things. The iPhones and all that kind of stuff. It goes along with the Xbox and so forth.
The electronics.
Yeah, we will do the very best job we can.
No promises from Santa, Tom. But
Sorry,
it looks like
Tom.
it might be coming. Now, is that a big item this year? The Xbox One, the PS4? Do you have is one winning out more than the other?
I have not gotten the reports on that yet.
All right.
I saw that the PS4 is it's not readily available as much as the Xbox One, so obviously the elves are not churning out the PS4 as quickly. So better get on that.
Crank it up.
You better get on that, my friend. Christmas is around the corner.
Rob, what do you want to ask Christmas?
You're telling me it's around the corner. You should see the excitement at the North Pole.
Oh, I bet it's crazy up there.
Next week we start putting on a third shift.
Oh wow!
Oh.
So wait, let me ask real quick before we go to our Christmas wish list.
Okay.
Santa, you so how do you divide your time with hitting up those malls and taking pictures with the kiddies and then getting back
With
to the
family,
workshop?
yeah, taking care of Mrs. Claus, but also building the toys, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, number one, as I mentioned earlier, as I sat in for one of my helpers. So there definitely are a lot of helpers. Right, I could not be every place all the time. Mm-hmm. And it's fun when I am around and all of a sudden some children see me when they weren't expecting it. And so, just never know when I am going to be watching specifically. But there are a lot of others that are and helping out. So I do judiciously spread my time out. And I have good leadership at the North Pole.
Okay, so when you say when we we sing the carols and things like that, and there are certain lines in these songs that are like, he knows when you are sleeping, he sees you when
you're awake.
Yeah, like what's going on there?
Is there like an NSA thing that's happening?
Are you watching us at all times?
At all times.
Contrary to holidays, that where masturbation goes down, there's another percentage of folks out there, me, I don't know, that, are you
Is it just children, or is it, when are you watching me, and how can I turn it off?
Oh, that'd be like Jesus, when are you watching me?
Oh, gosh. Man, we need to just...
In answer to that question, though, remember, I did not write that song.
So, are you saying you don't watch us? How do you know if we've been naughty or nice?
You don't know when I'm awake?
You don't know if I've been bad or good, so look out, for goodness sake.
You would love that, wouldn't you?
Santa! My
Santa
goodness!
Claus! I was blushing.
I am blushing.
All right. So Rob, what do you want for Christmas? What are you asking Santa for Christmas? Or do we have to whisper in your ear, or should we send you a text message?
Yeah,
what are we doing here?
What do we do? It doesn't have to be secret, right?
That's up to you.
Oh, I want everybody to know. Rob?
Okay. I want a playoff berth for the Lions.
All right. Okay.
Wow.
I think that probably goes along the lines of like peace on earth. Like Santa can't make miracles happen. Okay.
Can't do that.
I would like to see. I would like it if you could get Led Zeppelin back together for me.
Oh my goodness gracious, Santa Claus.
You can't bring people back from the dead.
And
he's not a genie.
I'm not gonna bring anybody back from the dead.
John Bonham.
John Bonham, a dad.
His son Jason fills in very nicely.
Oh, okay.
And a puppy.
Oh, whoa. Here we go with the puppy. This is the point of contention at the Hubbard Aral household.
There's a standoff there, isn't there?
Be careful, Santa.
It seems to me that it's a 2-to-1 vote right now in the that household. From what I've seen recently.
Don't get him a puppy, please.
Please give me a puppy.
Can we concentrate on
the child that's coming your way?
Children.
The boss can't say no to Santa.
Oh man.
I think someone did ask though what Rob wanted for Christmas.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, that's true. All right.
Rob does want a puppy.
Fair enough.
Okay, Chuck. What about you?
I just need money, Santa. Can you send me some money in my stocking? I need cash. I need cold hard cash, unmarked.
Mine goes along the same way. I don't know if it's possible, but if you could shut down the Federal Reserve, that would be awesome, Santa. If not, you talked a lot about having the technology, like cutting edge technology up there. If you could get a pair of pants for me that will always fit no matter what my weight fluctuation, that would be the best present on the planet. And you've got to use something like that, right? I mean, you got to fatten up for the holidays and whatnot.
We are working on trying to come up with a solution to that.
Oh, that is awesome. Oh, I do have a question. Speaking of your weight, Santa, what's up with the chimney? Like, first of all, what if we don't have a chimney? Second of all, when we do, how the hell you fit down the chimney?
Well, interesting you asked that question.
What's he got there?
Grabbing
Some very
something.
important keys that I have, young Errol.
He has a key to your apartment, Errol.
Oh my
Three
God!
keys on here. This one is a key to gets me into houses that have no chimney.
He does have a key to my apartment.
Now, in the Santa Claus movie with Tim Allen, they did have it right
Oh.
that the chimney expanded.
Oh.
Chimney expander key.
Oh, wow.
He's got a chimney expander key, and he's got a skeleton key for your home, ladies and gentlemen.
And
the
the
he knows
last
when you've been
key,
sleeping because he watches you while you sleep.
And then the last key, what's this?
key is to the reindeer barn.
Oh, nice. Speaking of the reindeer, my little sister asked me this question to ask you, and I completely forgot all about it. When you're flying, you know, I know that reindeer eat those magic oats, all those carbohydrates and stuff. Does it ever happen while you're flying across the country, flying around the world, the reindeer get a little gassy during the trip? Do you ever get blown with some reindeer wind?
Flatulence.
Flatulence?
No one ever said it was an easy night.
I wonder if these reindeer are dropping poop on our heads like pigeons.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, the oats might bind them up a bit.
They are animals, are they not?
They are
They
animals.
are, but...
That would just burn up in the atmosphere, right?
Depending on how high I am flying at the time, that is correct.
That's
One of our,
that's a lot like how our podcast is. It sort of depends on how high you're flying.
Santa, one of our viewers is asking, what is your favorite holiday food and drink? Tom Weir is asking.
Yeah. Do you have a special cookie?
You like oatmeal raisin?
A special cookie.
Soy milk?
You know, I've never met a cookie I didn't like.
There it is.
However,
So what's your favorite?
chocolate chip has probably got to be at the top
The
of the list.
classic chocolate chip.
Classic.
But kids, if you put out any cookie, Santa will eat it. No worries
Oh,
there.
absolutely.
Even those weird, gross ones that are shaped like a letter.
What is that?
I don't know. They're like Stelladoro or something. I don't know.
Alphabet soup. But Santa, are you concerned, with, your health, your weight? I mean, do you prefer like gluten-free cookies or like Errol
Soy
mentioned,
milk, yeah.
an almond soy milk or anything like that?
What Chuck's really asking you is, will you join him for a spin class?
Well,
Listen,
I go to spin class, then I'd be laughed at for falling off.
Oh, no one would laugh at Santa.
Now, however, I have to be very conscious of my health. Mrs. Claus wants me to be healthier. And you remember the big boy, right, at the restaurants?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he has slimmed down also. And
Wow.
I have slimmed down some also.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're looking a little more svelte than I remember from the storybooks.
That's right.
I mean, you're still portly, don't get me wrong, but right now I'm putting your ass to shame.
Yes, you are. Thank you for doing that. It takes the pressure off of me.
No, anytime I can help. I know you got a lot of pressure. Speaking of which, I know you're busy. I know it's a crazy time of the year. We want to thank you again for coming on the show and
Thank you,
sharing
Santa,
some
for your
Christmas
time.
wisdom.
Any last thing that you want to tell all the children and our viewers and listeners?
Would a serious note be fine?
Absolutely,
Sure.
Santa,
Yeah, please, Santa.
Well, many times people have said, in a serious standpoint, where's Santa? Where is Jesus in this world? And I ran across this, and he's seen in the smiles the whole world's wearing. He's found where there's friendship, loving, and caring. He's felt in the warm handshakes when people are meeting. He's heard the cheer of a Christmas time greeting. His spirit's behind each and every gift we receive. He's everywhere, always, for those who believe.
Oh,
that's so nice.
Santa, thank you so much.
Real quick before you go,
yes,
we are very lucky to have you on the show, but others can actually get in contact with you, and visit with you around the Christmas time. How can
if people want to send their Christmas lists to you or whatever?
Well, they can email me. I have a Yahoo account, so it's mysantaclaus at yahoo.com.
mysantaclaus@yahoo.com. And
Yep.
Do you have a website too that kids can go to and check?
People, there's so many Santas out there for trying to find a website, but I have a Facebook page.
Oh, great!
And I like the name that I pulled along with it, because again, there are a lot of people just put out Santa Claus, but it's Santa, kind of an English feel to it. Santa by George.
Santa by George.
All one word.
Awesome.
So
Santa's on Facebook. Santa probably invented Facebook.
That's right. So Santa, we can go to your Facebook page and then find out information on how to Skype with you around the Christmas time, around Christmas, and
you send me a message and we can talk about Skyping if they want, a telephone call or whatever it might be.
That's fantastic.
Such a wonderful treat for kids that can't make it to the mall and want to talk directly to Santa Claus. That's awesome.
And it's been awesome for us to have this one-on-one FaceTime with you, Santa.
Well, I appreciate Mr. Hubbard for tracking me down and getting me on here. So I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, Robbie Hubbard, way to find Santa Claus, man.
Santa Claus. Thank you for taking the time, Santa. Get back to the workshop. Make those toys. Make me some toys. Please.
We'll do the best we can.
Merry Christmas, Santa Claus.
All right. Merry Christmas to you, folks.
Thank you so much, Santa.
Bye-bye.
You bet. Bye-bye.
See you at Christmas.
Wow, Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. I was kind of hoping for just like a Merry Christmas to all and to all a good night, but he got deep at the end there, huh?
He got real deep. Is it just me or did Santa Claus seem a little drunk? He seemed a little like he'd been hitting the Yule log a little heavy, man.
He's got that eggnog kicking while Mrs. Claus is asleep. He's
Rob,
kicking back with some eggnog.
How'd you track down drunk Santa for us?
It was a really strange process. I found a glass bottle with wings, stuffed a little message in it, and threw it towards the North Pole, and somehow he got it and contacted me.
That is amazing. Rob Hubbard, our producer, ladies and gentlemen.
Everything is magic when it comes to Santa, friends.
Yeah, it is.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
Well, good night, Santa. We'll see you on Christmas morning.
You might. I've been pretty naughty. He's going to pass my house up.
Just fly right by.
Oh. So, folks, we'll have all those links on our Facebook page and probably on the iTunes link, so you can connect with Santa yourself and learn more about Santa. I don't know. And that is all for us. I'm going to start my 48-hour Thanksgiving marathon of food consumption starting now.
It's time. It's Thanksgiving. It's time to indulge and.
Chuck's gonna hit up the bar on the craziest bar night of the year.
You know what? That's something that I feel in the Midwest that was very hyped up, but here in LA.
Not so much out in LA.
No, not really. No, nobody.
Because everybody comes back home to the Midwest, which is why it's the biggest bar night of the year.
Everyone's home.
Nobody goes home to LA. Nobody lives in LA as a home.
No, nobody actually lives here.
Folks, thanks for hanging out with us this week.
Yeah, definitely go to Facebook, facebook.com/WestXMidwest, and like us. Follow and tweet at us on Twitter at West_X_Midwest. Email us at WestXMidwestPodcast@gmail.com. And you can watch this show with Santa Claus on our YouTube channel. Just search out West X Midwest on YouTube. But most importantly, subscribe, stream, download, maybe write a review on iTunes, West X Midwest.
And most important, tell a friend.
Tell a friend that you heard Santa Claus, the real Santa Claus on the show.
The real Santa Claus on West X Midwest. Ladies and gentlemen,
What?
Be thankful that you have us in your life.
Yes.
West
And then we know how to end an
West
episode. Jesus. You sign us out. I'm just going to sit back.
You guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thanks for listening. My name is Chuck Ganchorre.
I'm Aral Gribble. On behalf of Robbie Hubbard, this is Beyond.
West!
By Beyond West!
Happy Turkey Day. We'll see you next week.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Then I saw Daddy tickle Santa Claus underneath his beard so snowy white. There must be some mistake. Was I really awake? I rubbed my eyes and moved in close, a better look to take. Then hey! Then I saw Daddy hugging Santa Claus. He took his hand and pulled him to the couch. It must have been just fine. Santa didn't seem to mind. Then Daddy moved across the room to pour them both some wine. Then I saw Daddy fondle Santa Claus, and on his ear he nibbled now and then. I crawled across the floor. I hid behind the door. I left it open just a crack so I could watch some more. Then I saw Daddy undress Santa Claus. They quickly threw their clothes on our big chair. Well, much to my surprise, I couldn't believe my eyes. It wasn't Santa after all, but Mommy in disguise. Thought I saw Daddy kissing Santa